Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Adila Jana Hassan binti Abdul Fattah, and today I am going to talk about reality TV shows are a source of exploitation. First thing first, reality television has risen to popularity in today's television culture at a rapid and a growing pace. They tend to create the perception of realism by capturing life as it unfolds. As viewers, we see the world through the eyes of others. We see people doing things that we may or may not do in the future. You either love them or hate them, and there is nothing in between. Sometimes I found myself to be drawn to some shows because of the real appearance. However, most people, including me, are unaware that what we see on screen isn't always what happens in real life. Therefore, I have read up from some articles to further convince you on this matter. I would like to highlight a few things about how exploitative reality TV shows could be, not just to its participants and labor, but to the viewers as well. First and foremost, reality TV shows often cause humiliation. The Bachelor reality show is a perfect example. A woman who was rejected from The Bachelor may feel insulted or dejected, and it will hurt her self-esteem as she failed to fit the ideal standard of a man in the show. This might bring some of the female viewers the feeling of gloating, in which they reassure that they are not alone in their flaws and they want to see others fail or make a fool of themselves. Hence, this act of humiliation should not be made acceptable because it will ruin the contestants' mental health while getting exploited. Now, let's move on to the next reality TV exploitation, which is voyeurism. According to Ziegler, the term voyeurism might scare some reality TV fans since it is most often has the connotation of watching people secretly for sexual desires. Temptation Island was portrayed as a very provocative show, and it was marketed that way because that is what society desired to see. Nowadays, voyeurism can be promoted and trigger those with voyeuristic disorder as easy as putting a hidden camera where your hot nanny is babysitting your baby. This violates the nanny's privacy as she might not know that she is being casted for a reality show. Reality TV shows are really exploitative, isn't it? How about we dive deeper into the exploitation? Moving on, reality TV shows also contribute to child abuse. The article Child Abuse Watch regards that current use of children in reality TV shows as exploitation at best and abuse at worst. This is because children participants neither get paid nor counted as child actors. Despite this, the parents of the children are getting paid without any obligation to allocate any money for their children. As a result, the TV production company doesn't hire these minors as actors and violates child labor laws in which they must be paid $250 per children and per episode. Therefore, this is quite exploitative as they do not get any reward for their hard work and they could not be protected by law at the same time. Now, let's talk about Western home and garden shows that include House Hunters, Love It or List It, Fixer Upper, and so on. Reality TV shows includes false advertisement. The show Love It or List It is a good example of false advertisement. In this show, the homeowners are obligated to rate both outcomes so that the producers can pick the best one that suits the show and not the participants' preference. If the participants choose to list their house and the producers say they love it, then they will exactly display it in the show. As a result, viewers would not get the true and honest opinion of the participants if the producers choose the outcomes that they prefer. Now I have proven my fourth point, which is it promotes false advertisement. Now, let's move on to the last point. Last but not least, labor exploitation also increased as a result of reality TV shows. According to Wei, Fremantle Media greatly benefits from the show American Idol and its other hit shows, while writers and other behind-the-scenes employees often work in deplorable conditions. Employees at Fremantle Media also claim the business of breaking many labor regulations, including denying overtime pay and failing to include state-mandated meal or sick leave, among other issues. In 2013, the Writers Guild of America East conducted an online survey of reality TV writers and producers, reporting that 60 of respondents worked more than 8 hours per day and that 85% never earned overtime pay. Exploitative labor practices are not only prevalent in reality television, but also in the cultural industries itself, according to academic reports. Now, let me briefly recap the main points that explains about how exploitative reality TV shows could be, including humiliation, voyeurism, child abuse, false advertisement, and labor exploitation. As a wise audience, you must consider the various ways a reality shows might be exploiting you the next time you watch it. In conclusion, reality TV shows always keep us fully engaged by serving us daily doses of gossip without actually minding the victim's conditions, as long as they get the profit all for themselves. That is all from me. Thank you.